Pretty sure I'm sick again, but the show must go on.
Thank you for your concern. I will be fine. Please turn the thermostat up to 90 and leave me alone.
Alright, let's see what new underground music you have sent me this week, starting with Terramorta and Chronophobia out of Portugal. Like the time theme here. Chronos and all that. Symphonic metal. Solid production. I'll turn it up a little bit. Dig it. Yeah. Great atmosphere. Pretty solid vocals. Like that chuggy guitar riff. It's a very kind of black metal riff too. We got the big dramatic string moment here too. Ooh. The bass here too. Yeah, very dramatic. Let's check out a little bit more. Again, if you're new here, we just sample. I want to get you all interested in going checking out the full things yourselves. Got some very kind of Middle Eastern vibes on this one. A little slower, groovier, a little Septic Flesh vibe on this one. I like those backing vocals. Kind of reminds me of Alanis Morissette. And Alanis was my girl back in the day. Her and Fiona Apple, man. Very talented. Still very talented. Yeah, cool stuff. This is another one I would like to listen to more of, for sure. But yeah, just giving you a taste. I don't think I'd change anything based on what I'm hearing here, so just work on the marketing, get it out there, and you all watching, spread the word. That is Terramorta with Chronophobia. Alright, we have Astrophyxia with Scavengers of the Stars out of Plymouth, UK. So, speed metal vibes in space. I like that airlock picture. It looks very kind of 2001 black metal, death metal, progressive metal. Alright. Taking a turn for Rush here. Production's a little clunky, but in that way it kind of reminds me a little bit of Voivod, especially their earlier stuff, where the instrumentation was interesting and the production was a little bit more edgy. I'm so sweaty right now, y'all. I'm pretty sure I have a fever, but I'm so bored and my stomach hurts and I don't want to think about it. So this is actually all helping me right now. You're helping me max. Also, I appreciate that y'all have been enjoying these shorter episodes. The views have been better with me cutting them down into smaller chunks, so anything to get as many eyes and ears on these artists. I think one piece of feedback I have in it, it's hard to say just skipping through like a plebe like this, but I feel like I like prog when it's a little bit more, I don't know, it feels like it has like a steady flow. Sometimes I like the chaos. I mean, I like mathcore and stuff, and again, I like Voivod, but some of these riffs just feel like they jump around a little too much. This is a very kind of death-sounding one. Yeah, that's all I can think of, though. Sounds interesting. We got a lot of different kind of textures here, too. A little ambient there as well. Longer closing track. But yeah, that is Astrophyxia with Scavengers of the Stars. Then we have Tyrants with Warlord out of Colombia. Guessing thrash. This looks very thrash. Yep. Simple but effective cover art. Oh god, my stomach hurts so much. It sucks. Ugh. I like this guitar work. Production could be a little fuller. I'm probably going to need to turn this one up a little bit in post too. It's a little quieter than the other ones. But I'm liking what I'm hearing with the guitar work. solid vocals too. These are the thrash vocals I tend to prefer. That more sort of a German style, where it's a little raspier, a little more aggressive. Ooh, fun chuggy part there. I will say, like, after last year, that was just so thrash heavy. It's been a little lighter this year, but we've got some big ups here with, like, Morbid Saint. Already working on the tier list for that, for when we get to the end of the year, just slowly collecting them. But yeah, I don't think I have any more feedback for this one. I mean, again, I think songwriting-wise, I'm hearing a lot of stuff I like. Looks like we got some good dynamics and pacing. Just maybe some minor tweaks to the production, and again, just getting the name out there. So y'all help with that. That is Tyrants with Warlord. Then we have Monovoth with Pleroma Mortem Est. Out of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Chill intro here. I'm waiting for the explosion. Oh, we're going Doom, I think. I love this cover art. Although I feel like it could be a little higher res. Or maybe that's just a look. I don't know. Yeah, we're going full Doom, though. Instrumental Doom drone. Okay. So again, hopefully you know going in, that's a tough sell for me. But I like the production. And again, I'm not opposed to it. Like, it sounds really good. Again, this would be something I could see myself putting on in the background while I'm working, just for some atmosphere. I like the drums, like the impacts of those drum heads really hits hard in the mix. Yeah, I think you kind of get the idea. You Doom and drone fans out there are gonna appreciate this a lot more than I do. But as far as, like, if this is the type of music you want to make, like, I think it sounds really good. You know, I wouldn't give any feedback really on the songwriting, because it's just not exactly my world. But I can speak on the production. The production sounds awesome. And overall, yeah, I dig what I hear for somebody who's just not that into this genre. So that is Monovoth with Pleroma Mortem Est. Then we have Coure with Inversum Nema out of Barcelona, Spain. A cool, like, cellular kind of microscope photo. Little saxophone here, always a fan of that. Oh, they got, like, a saxophone and a, is that just, well, we got a trumpet, and then I think is that like a bass sax? It's not a tuba. It's just a really big saxophone. So I'm gonna guess it's a bass sax. Yeah, I can hear it now. Oh yeah. That crazy, Lost Highway trumpet or saxophone. I like that. This is up my alley. I just said in my best of February video that I am more and more over the past 10 years into, like, weird avant-garde stuff, and especially stuff with brass. Like, I'm all over that. It always reminds me of things like Psy, Igor, and that new Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum album, which is where I referenced it. So if you like the sound of this, you should also check that out. And that would be the type of band I'd expect this band to open for. Strong production too. It's like giving me a, like, sitting in the like jazz club kind of vibe when I'm listening to it, which I think is good for this style. Instrumental noir metal is what they call it. Pretty cool. I like it. Coure with Inversum Nema. Then we have Grohot with, oh god, Hranind, gurile, infometate. It's probably nowhere close, but that's the best you're gonna get. He's out of Bacau? Oh, Romania. Okay, I couldn't read that quick. Oh yeah, we got some gnarly gnarly, raw, second wave style black metal here. Oh yeah. For the early Mayhem, Darkthrone, and Burzum fans out there, I would say. Which I like that stuff, but I've also said before that, like, that era is just such a, like, special thing. And so when I hear new bands kind of copying that style, it takes a lot for me to really enjoy it. Like, one that stands out to me is, like, Murg is really good at it. But for the most part, it's kind of like 80s style thrash. If I'm in the mood for that, I'm going to go for the classic albums. I'm not really going to reach for something new unless they, like, absolutely kill it. So I think, again, if that's the sound you're going for, you're nailing it. It's just, for me, black metal's all about, like, what's new now for me. And kind of flipping the formula, like Imperial Triumph and things like that. But yeah, I think for those of you who are hot for some more, well, different production on this one, for some more just super raw black metal in that style, or if you're like newer to that and you haven't really found your way in, this seems like as good an entry as any. Oh, it's a split. Okay, so that's why the production changed. So those 3 tracks are Grohot. This one is Faunel din Smida. A little bit more atmospheric. But yeah, that is Grohot and Faunel din Smida with Hranind, gurile, infometate. Then we have Vision Eternel with Echoes from Forgotten Hearts, Deluxe Edition. Out of Quebec, Montreal to be exact. Don't love this cover art, I will say. Like, it's kind of cheesy. Maybe that's what you're going for. But I looked at that and, you know, you try not to judge a book by its cover, and I know better than to, because I've heard plenty of amazing albums that had really garbage album covers, but this one was a little tough. So this is a Canadian-American mellow gaze band, is what they call it. Interesting. Space rock, shoegaze, post-rock, ethereal, emo, and melodrama. That's an interesting union of styles that, again, I wouldn't expect from this cover art. Like, I look at this, and I think this is going to be some, like, Frank Sinatra impersonator or something. It's pretty. A lot of instrumental stuff today. Not by design, that's just the way it happened. Sometimes it goes that way. It's very pretty, very chill. Again, more like good, like, work music. Kind of relaxing music. I could even see this for, like, meditation and yoga. A little bit of that bass there kind of reminds me of 9 Inch Nails, their instrumental stuff. Oof, man. Alright, I gotta keep moving though, because I'm sweating bullets. That is Vision Eternal with Echoes from Forgotten Hearts. I suffer for you all, guys. But this is Disinterested Hand Job with Eternal Autopsy. Lovely photo for the band there. Very noisy kind of black metal. This is out of Australia. Okay. Quite the language on this page. We're got a little grindy. Some kind of full of hell vibes a little bit, but maybe a little more raw than that. Hashtag cringe, hashtag bass, hashtag mid. Crapcore. Power violence. Okay, so there's some sense of humor here. Obviously with the band name, I should have picked up on that. Honestly though, like, for the humor, it sounds pretty good. It's like super gnarly. And it's definitely unique. Another weirder one with lots of shorter tracks here. Yeah, this is very full of hell. It's probably the closest comparison I would give, especially like their earlier stuff. Now that they've gone a little bit more a different way than this now. I don't know, I dig it. And here's a case again where I think the production actually works well for what it is. It's much more raw. It's super aggressive. Yeah, I dig. As somebody who likes stuff like Full of Hell and Ken Mode, Meth, you want some of that, this is up your alley. So yeah, I approve. Disinterested Hand Job with Eternel Autopsy. Alright, we have Sanguine Imperator with I Am Death. I like this artwork on the side here. It's like a Warcraft elf, evil elf queen. And then there's this like troll demon thing. It's out of Phoenix, Arizona. Metal, black metal, horrorcore vampires. Okay, that's what we're going for here. Should have guessed from the bats. Cool artwork. A blackened death metal. I like the red band photo here. That's pretty gnarly. Like those kind of melodethy guitar leads. Then you got the big cavernous old school style death vocals. A little bit of a Amon Amarth stomp to it too, but much more evil sounding. Oh. I dig. Sounds pretty cool. Great atmosphere, production is really strong. We got boobs. Just kidding. Or am I? Look, I'm just a man, okay? Yeah, I dig it. I can see myself jamming the rest of this one too, especially with a track called Dragon Slayer. Got that like hellfire, a little bit of like immolation in there maybe. But yeah, cool. Sanguine Imperator, I Am Death. Then we have 7-7 with Purgatory demo, and I swear that we've covered 7-7 before. But again, with covering so much stuff, it's hard to keep track. This is also out of Australia. This one out of Sydney. I do kind of recall them being more of a like drone, ambient, a little bit of industrial. 7-7, forgive me if I covered you before and I've forgotten, but again, like, you gotta understand, y'all, I get like hundreds of emails a day. So I don't always remember everything, but that logo looks very familiar. Which is a good thing. Hotel Girl. And another... some kind of Akira Yamaoka vibes. By the way, is it Akira? It's Akira Yamaoka, right? Because I was watching a series of videos on Silent Hill where they started calling him Yamaoka Akira. And I'm like, have I been saying it backwards this whole time? I should probably look that up. But yeah. You want some kind of vaguely industrial, kind of droney atmospheric stuff. 7-7 got you covered here with this demo. A longer track at the end as well. Then we got Eyriahrk Nunshkar. What I have to say it twice. Eyriahrk Nunshkar. Out of the UK. Already getting some kind of avant-garde vibes here. Amandine Pradehas's new progressive extreme metal project. Also known as Amandine Ferrari. Oh yeah, weird city here. Another one, kind of Sleepy Time Gorilla music vibes. Museum, I should say. Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. Ooh. Getting gnarly with those screams. I love the like phlegmy, vomity, bile screams, like Lord Mantis stuff. Love that. And then totally chill too. Maybe a little bit of a Dreadnought in there too. There seems like interesting pacing here. Another one that, not a good one to like jump around like I am here, but again, just giving you a little taste, so hopefully you'll check it out. Some like ambient elements here. Production pretty solid too. This is a very kind of Nine Inch Nails beat, too. Pretty cool. Very haunting and scary sounding stuff. Another one for like the atmospheric pile today. We've given you lots of background music today, I feel like. But this one's definitely a little bit more interesting for an active listen too, I would say. But yeah, that is Eyriahrk Nunshkar with Eyriahrk Nunshkar. Then we have My Darkest Time with Fragile. A pretty cover here. Digging the piano. Oh, and the strings with the guitar. We going Doom again? Gothic Doom. Okay. Out of Macedonia. Not sure about these vocals. They're a little strained. That always bugs me, personally. I tend to be the pickiest about vocals, in case you haven't noticed. Strained vocals will completely, like, ruin an album for me. This part sounds better. But when you start doing those style vocals, that's what I hated about that new Darkest Hour album. He's doing these, like, really high note, like, scream singing moments that just... he can't hit those notes. And I love Darkest Hour, so kind of a bummer. I like the music. I like that the vocals are a little bit more avant-garde, too. Sound better here, too. They're a little less strained. Just try not to, like, push your voice harder than it needs to. Like the proggy guitars. Very dramatic, again. I need to find another word to use besides just that, dramatic. Like this part, yeah, sounds cool. Another very kind of Carnegie Hall night at the metal show vibe. But yeah, My Darkest Time with Fragile. And then we have Hebefrenico with Volume 3 out of Portugal. And then I'm going to run to the bathroom, not to get graphic. Kind of grindy, drony stuff. I do kind of like that when it's like droning, but it's like fast, heavy droning. It reminds me of there's another project that kind of does that, especially on their first album. And it just felt like the world is like crumbling. I can't think of their name right now. Yeah, this is pretty neat. This is like apocalypse drone. It's funny, there's like no tags and no information. I like the sound of it, but I think my feedback is fix up your Bandcamp page, first of all. This is like, you look at this page and you would not expect this kind of music. And also you see this cover and you're not gonna click on this if you like this kind of music, because you're not gonna expect it. So darker, so you don't have to be like everyone else, but something more eye-catching for the cover that fits the music a little better. And then black background, bare minimum, maybe some red text. I feel like the logo too is a little bit too, like maybe there's a theming around it in terms of it almost looks like just like a generic like business sign. But the music itself, I dig it. But that would be my main feedback if you're trying to get more listeners. I think the production could be slightly better. Like, I'm not in love with the kind of like scratchy, kind of peaking, distorted quality of it, but you know, it works. So yeah, that is Hebefrenico with Volume 3. Alright y'all, I'm dying, and that's enough for this one. You'll probably get another episode not too long from now, but just clearing out the queue. Thank you for watching this segment. Check out this playlist for more of these, and I will see you in the trenches.